If you haven't heard, Alex Day has created a thing called Lifescouts. It's almost like Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts in that you kind of get badges for things that you do. It can be something related to travel or having a skill that a lot of people don't have. I was amazed to see how many badges I already do have, but I was honestly more amazed to see how many badges I don't have. I'm fairly well traveled, especially for my age. I've been to 14 countries, and I was just amazed to see how many things I don't know how to do and how many things I haven't seen already in my life. And even though I was surprised by how many I don't have, I do actually have a fair amount. So I'm going to tell you about them. I have the pyramids badge. I've been to the pyramids in Egypt. And I remember when I was going on that trip, I was like, oh, that's cool. I'll get to see the pyramids. That's something I'll get to tell people I did. But I honestly didn't expect them to be that impressive. I kind of had the attitude of, oh, they're probably not as cool as everyone says they are. Like, I'm just not really into that kind of stuff. You know, I was 13. But as soon as I got there and I heard about how the Egyptians built each pyramid by hand, I was just so blown away. And that, I think, was the most surprising thing to me, was how interested in it that I was. They are so much bigger than I expected them to be. I got to see the Sphinx, which was awesome. I didn't expect it to be that cool. I don't know, like, I don't really get excited about things like that. So the fact that I was seeing them and just marveling in their beauty and amazingness was really interesting for me as a person. We didn't go inside one just because my parents, I don't know, they aren't into that kind of stuff. But they're super magnificent from the outside, and really there's no other word to describe it but magnificent. I watched The Prince of Egypt a lot when I was little, so getting to see the Sphinx without the nose was just like, oh my god, it was so cool. During that trip, I also got to see the Mona Lisa and the Eiffel Tower. I didn't go into the Eiffel Tower. Again, my parents really aren't into that. I don't really know why they aren't into that. And I kind of wish I would have, because maybe that would have made me appreciate France a little bit more. I've been to France twice now, and neither time I really felt connected to it. A lot of people talk about how much they love Paris, and I just didn't really feel that attached. I felt kind of disconnected from it. I usually don't think that things are worth all the hype that they get, but the Eiffel Tower was, and so were the pyramids, and that's what I really liked about them. The Mona Lisa, however, was something that I really don't think was worth the hype. It's behind glass, and obviously there's a ton of people there, which I think kind of ruins it for me. I think I would probably like it better if I could be kind of one-on-one with the painting, which sounds really creepy, but you know what I mean. It just felt so touristy to me. It didn't feel like a piece of art. Other badges I've earned on my travels are the Empire State Building badge and the scuba diving badge. I saw the Empire State Building for the first time when I went to New York in 7th grade with my school group, and because I was on a school group, we actually went inside the building. We went up in the elevator, like 80 floors or something, and you have to keep swallowing so your ears don't hurt. And then we got up to the top, and it was like all of New York, and it was so cool, and I would love to do it again sometime because it was just super awesome. Like, those were the things that I was missing in the Eiffel Tower and the pyramids, to like be able to go inside and actually experience the building for what it is and experience the hype that everybody gives it. Like I said, I also have the scuba diving badge. I got certified for scuba diving when I was maybe 10. I was in Curacao, which is in the Netherlands, Antilles in the Caribbean. When I got my scuba diving certification, it was a big deal for me. When I was little, I hated swimming, and I would not take swim lessons. I would literally not get in the pool. I would sit poolside by myself watching the swim lessons, but I would not get in. And so to go and get my scuba diving certification, my mom said, you have to learn how to swim. So I had to go through that process of actually learning how to swim before I could get my scuba diving certification. And honestly, that was one of the biggest obstacles I had, because you have to go through a lot of tests of in the pool and out in the water. There's a test you have to do where you take off your mask and then you have to open your eyes underwater. I was literally in the pool for 3 hours with the instructor because I just would not open my eyes because I don't do water. So by the time I actually got it and I went through all the obstacles that were so hard for me personally, it was such a feat, and I'm really glad that I did it. I got to feed sharks, which was kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie, but also really cool. You know how when you feed horses, you put the carrot in your hand and then you have to like hold your fingers together so that they aren't carrot-like, so it doesn't actually bite your fingers? I had to do that, but with a fish, which is a lot harder than you would think because it's slippery. The sharks are friendly, you know, they know that people come and they feed them, and so they're friendly to the people. And they aren't like great white sharks in that they are interested in people as food, but rather as a delivery source of food. But it is kind of scary when there's a shark coming head on at you, and again, you're not a strong swimmer. But I really think that experience helped me become more comfortable in doing things that I'm not used to and taking risks and kind of coming out of my shell I used to be really shy, which you wouldn't expect of me now because I talk a ton and I'm really outgoing now. But I think all these little experiences of getting me out of my comfort zone really helped to make me more outgoing. I have more experiences that I have badges for, so I'm going to call this video Lifescouts number 1, and I'll tell you about them another time, especially as more badges come out. I can let you know more about the things that I've done. What badges have you earned? Tell me below in the comments. I would love to talk to you about them. I have the pyramids badge. I've been to the pyramids in England. Whoa, okay, they are not in England.